welcome back to One Mummy Scrapping. I'm Scrapping Amy, and today we are doing day 2 of my Journal Your Christmas album. As a reminder, this is yesterday's entry, and we are going to continue with adding another tag to this pocket. I haven't decided if I want to do that for day 3 as well. I'll probably just do 1 and 2 in this pocket, and then do something new that will start the next facing page. So, since I already have a majority of this done, this should actually be a very quick entry to do. So I have pulled out that same tag die from yesterday, the third from the largest from the scrapbook.com set. And then I pulled out this little 3x4 card frame. It is stitched and from Fawn. So I've already cut things with those that I'm going to need. I pulled out this green paper. This is just from my scrap pile. And the same white that was from yesterday as well to do the journaling. And then my tag is on this pretty red snowflake paper, which is called Snowflakes, appropriately enough. It's also by Carta, their Dear Santa lines. I'm going to slip all of that into the little case that I have to keep all this stuff. So I decided to go ahead and do my journaling early today before I started filming. I'm really glad I did. Today's prompt is talking about prior Christmases. So I was trying to think, I wanted to do a Christmas from my childhood, but I don't have a ton of pictures. I think the only picture I know where it is off the top of my head is in another Journal Your Christmas album. So I was trying to figure out what I could scrapbook that would be looking back and remembering those happy memories from prior Christmases, because, I'm not going to get to see my parents this year for Christmas, which I always get to do, except for last year when everybody decided to get the stomach flu in my house, except me. Let me tell you, that was super fun. It wasn't. So I was thinking and remembered that one of my favorite Christmases is when I told my parents that I was pregnant. And I wrote about this here, but I had wrapped, I put Elizabeth ultrasound pictures in 2 albums, and one was labeled Grandma and one was labeled Granddad. And I went ahead and gave those to them, and that's how they found out their grandparents. And this is my mom. As soon as I pulled out these pretty gold boxes, she was just like, she knew what was happening. And my dad, I love the look on my dad's face. Where's my glue? Because I've seen this face so many times in my life, and it's he is completely joyful right there, and it's just like, do I dare believe it? So what my original plan was to put this here and kind of have this on the top. And then I was like, I don't know how much space I'm going to need journaling, so let me switch those and kind of do like this. And then I went, well, clearly I'm a little more verbose than I thought I would be. So I decided I was going to make this into a pocket. So I want to get the glue close to the edge, because it will be a tight squeeze for this pocket, but will still work very well. So thin lines of glue there. And then, let's see, I want it down far enough that you can still pull out that card without running into the decorations. So I have my number 2 here, and while I let that dry, I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing I did yesterday and put on my little ring. This ring is the same green as the background, and I was going back and forth on if I wanted to do white, red, or green, and I decided this is the only spot that I've got green on this, so might as well use it and take advantage of it some more. Besides, the other tag from yesterday is a green tag with a little red circle. I'm like, I lost my glue again. No, I didn't. It's right in front of my face. Alright, so we're going to put our 2 right up there. I pulled out a couple embellishments that I wanted to use, and I wanted to kind of get established early on. Let me see if I can get this through without completely destroying it. And just like yesterday, I will fix it off camera. I'll retrim it, and then after I trim it, I put a little glue on the edges so they don't fray. I can't remember if I said that yesterday or not. So things that I want to include, I'm going to move these off, are some enamel dots. I love my Nuvo drops, but for this particular album, I don't want to use them. So I went ahead and bought the Carta enamel dots. I also found these when I was cleaning up one day, and I've got that gold in there. Now they are slightly different tones, however, I think it's going to work. This would help tie in that gold tone as something that you'll see throughout the album. And I also have these stickers. I think I'm going to pull out a couple of phrases from here. This is a really cool sticker book from scrapbook.com, because you've got all your little word labels, and then you've got actual labels, and then you have 3 different alphabets. You have a red one. Oh, I take that back. 4 different alphabets. A green one, a red and green one, and you have gold. So you get all of those alphabets in there. Now, originally what I was going to do was, when this was going to be at the top, I was going to put that 2 in this blank space on the wall. Clearly, that's not going to be happening now. There we go. So that is where I want to put these labels. And in looking through, I have decided, I already picked out which ones I wanted. So, savor this moment. The gold one here says on the good list, and everything I ever wanted. And what's neat about these stickers is that you have all these words up here, and then they're repeated again down here. But if they're red up here, they're green down here. And then they've sprinkled gold throughout all of it. So I am going to put these directly on the photo. Suddenly I'm thinking I was not going to use Savor This Moment. I was going to use one that has the gold box around it. So that way there is that gold foil for all of them. Remember this forever, and everything I ever wanted. Okay. Now, if I was smart, I would have glued that down first. But, you know, we're going to just put that one there. And let me pull out this. And could I fit... could fit a gold heart up here. We'll overlap some of that. So that is going to pull the 2 of them together. And when they're in the album, they're going to be layered like this. So you can see the 1, you can see the 2. You can't see the heart, but that's okay. This one is overlaying it just fine. Let me slip that away. I don't know why I didn't put that in there. All right. And then the last thing I wanted to include were some enamel dots. And something else I want to put on here actually is the date. This is from 2007, and I was looking through here, and we've got numbers, but I'm really bad because I don't want to use the numbers. And the reason for that is they only put 2 zeros in there. And so for 2007, clearly it would have 2 zeros, but I kind of want to have... I might not want to use... Yeah, I can talk. I might want to use them for 2020. So what I decided I was going to do was take... You know what? Let's do these. Take this, the little labels, and I am just going to stamp on them. Chamel's stamp sets for this year came with 2, a large... block font and then a smaller one, and I am just going to use those. We're going to just start off with doing the 20 and the 7, and I think I am going to do it in, let's see if I can do this, stamp it in green because it's on a red label. So I pulled out the 2 colors I tend to use for Christmas. Lawn Fawn inks. One is Lobster, which is the red, and then this one is Noble Fur. I'll take that one off, put this one on. Oh, see if I can get it. Come on, come on. Now I flip it completely over. How am I love how people like just do this naturally, and I'm like struggling. All right. There we go. Wipe that up because I know I will set something there that I don't want to. And now, to balance the labels over here, I'm going to put this one right here. So you can still see that they're both holding the same gift. I think, honestly, the holding the same gift kind of gives you a little inkling about what it's about. All right, I am going to go ahead and... I say that a lot. I say, all right, and I am going. I'm going to put a little bit of liquid glue on that one because it's going over the gold heart. There we go. And then we will put, probably should have put the small one right there and put the bigger one here. But this gives us a nice little triangle. And these will likely stay on a little better, even though it is going into the pocket. So, I lost the album. Slipped way down in my storage over here. So that's what I do a lot too. Sorry. So sorry. So there we go. So the two fit in there. And you can pull this out and pull out this journaling to read it. Now the difference with this is that it does have the wreaths on the back, but you're not really going to see that. And I've already decided I'm going to go ahead and definitely do page 3 here because this is snug enough with the weight of the papers plus those enamel dots that I added in there. Kind of want to add the red enamel dots now up here. Or I could do the white ones. The white ones would be pretty. We're going to do the same thing and just a little dot of glue. This is why I keep this upside down over here. There we go. And I had pulled out some adhesive, which clearly I'm not going to use because I decided I'm using from both ends. I'm like, ugh. Because I made that into a pocket. I was going to use that score tape. There we go. And then we've got another little triangle. So I could use these bright red ones down here. Now I went from having absolutely no enamel dots to put them on all the things. And we're going to put this one right over here on the black. So it kind of pops out. All right. There is today's entry for Journal Your Christmas. Again, if you are not taking this class and it looks like something you would want to do, I have a link down below. I am not affiliated in any way, shape, or form with Shamel. I just really think this is an awesome class. So, I hope you guys all have a lovely day and a Merry Christmas, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.